In 1930, Charles Bentinck Budd was elected to the Worthing Town Council as the independent representative of Ham Ward, and after the relaunching of Oswald Mosley's new party as the British Union of Fascists, Budd set up one of its first branches. This had attracted a good deal of publicity through numerous visits to the town from Mosley and William Joyce, the latter of whom during the Second World War became the Nazi propaganda broadcaster nicknamed Lord Haw Haw. At an election meeting on the 16th of October 1933, Budd revealed he was now a member of the British Union of Fascists and was re-elected, becoming the first fascist councillor in Britain. However, other councillors refused to give Budd the committee places he desired, resulting in him storming out of Worthing Town Hall. The council also refused to allow the fascists to hold open-air meetings at the site of the old fish market near Worthing Pier, a privilege that was allowed for the Salvation Army. One of the BUF's sternest critics locally was Roy Nichols, chairman of the Young Socialists. At the town's literary institution, Nichols debated with a black shirt and led a motion condemning fascism, which was overwhelmingly carried by the audience. According to the book Historic Worthing by Chris Hare, many of the people supporting the fascists were either new to the town or formed part of the town's Italian community, which had existed since the 1880s. On the morning of the fascist rally, which was to take place on the 9th of October 1934, a great sensation was caused in the town when it was discovered that during the previous night someone had spread tar over the fascist area headquarters and had written in tar on the walls of the town hall, "No more war, damn Mosley, fight fascism," and posters that had been put up to advertise the fascists' rally bearing the text "Mosley Speaks" were defaced to read "Gasbag Mosley Speaks Tripe." The meeting itself in the pavilion was orderly, but outside a large crowd was steadily gathering, singing, chanting, and letting off fireworks while Mosley gave his speech. Once somebody knocked persistently at the side doors of the pavilion, and one or two black-shirt stewards became a little restive, but the majority ignored the interruption. When the meeting finished at 10 p.m., Mosley, his wife, and the great body of fascists remained inside the pavilion while the crowd outside, now swollen to an estimated 2,000, sang, "Poor old Mosley's got the wind up," to the tune of John Brown's Body. A lane was kept from the pavilion steps to Marine Parade, but as the black shirts passed along it, there was a great deal of jostling by the crowd, and the appearance of Mosley led to a series of street fights on the esplanade between the black shirts and the crowd. However, the approach of the police had the effect of causing combatants to stop fighting and begin arguing. The fascists then fought their way to Barnes's Cafe in the Royal Arcade and barricaded themselves inside as opponents smashed windows and threw tomatoes. As it neared midnight, the fascists broke out and marched along South Street to the junction with Warwick Street. Followed by anti-fascists, the fascists ran up South Street to find their route blocked by a hostile group at the junction with Warwick Street. From there, the fascists continued to the junction with Market Street, where there another hostile group lay in wait, leading to a breakout of fighting along Market Street. One woman bystander was punched in the face in what witnesses described as guerrilla warfare. There were casualties on both sides as a seething, struggling mass of howling people became engaged in running battles. Francis Skilton, a solicitor's clerk from Worthing who had gone to post a letter at the post office in Chapel Road and went to see what was happening, was savagely attacked by at least 3 black shirts. A bystander named John Burts carried Skilton to Worthing Hospital, half a mile away. Robert Poor, an Italian post office messenger living in Worthing, was also attacked by the black shirts and taken to hospital. Fighting only ended when Mosley, Joyce, and a Bernard Mullins of Chelsea, London, were arrested to the cheers of the crowd. Joyce was later charged with riotous assembly and assault, but was acquitted 2 days into the trial at Lewes Court of Assizes for lack of evidence. The events ensured that no further large-scale fascist marches took place in Worthing. Further confrontations with fascists took place on the 5th of November 1934. In the days leading up to Bonfire Night, a number of anti-fascists were beaten up, and Bonfire Night saw some retaliation against the fascists, as at least one fascist was thrown into the sea, and nearly 1,000 people gathered outside the Beach Hotel, where it was alleged that a black shirt was staying.